Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I did want to go into a little bit of a Tesla TA just because I did have somebody ask about it yesterday, and I wanted to release this just before the market opened. Also, if you guys are watching the video, please give me a like. I've noticed that obviously likes help, but I didn't know how much they helped. But it would be fantastic, if you guys gave me a like or thumbs up, completely free. Just click the button. It definitely helps my channel grow. It helps the algorithm push my videos to other people who might like my videos as much as you guys. And with that being said, Tesla earnings, it's actually going to be today. So it's kind of insane. As far as TA goes, I'm going to be really quick about this. We are currently looking at kind of an expanded channel here. It does look like as of right now, you might actually see us either do one of two things. You might actually end up seeing Tesla as far as just TA, right? Because if they kill it in earnings, they can 100% move all the way up. Personally, I wouldn't even touch Tesla today. There's going to be way too much volatility, especially with earnings being after hours today. What is the expected here? Estimate 1.1, estimate 22 billion. Yeah, for now, I would really say stay away from Tesla today. It doesn't make any sense to trade it. TA does look like it'll probably end up doing, you did create a brand new low here, but you also made a brand new high, right? So I would, if you actually see, you have a huge channel range right here, which is extremely concerning, right? The concerning part of these channels when they have an expanded view like this, right? They're essentially going completely opposite directions, right? You create a higher high, but you also create a lower low. The thing is, you can have these sporadic moves all the way up and down, and that's why I would not touch Tesla unless you're actually seeing like a third touch on specific places, right? You can technically use, this one, two, three. You can actually use this as a setup, especially touching the 50 EMA. You can actually take this probably all the way down to 207 because TA says right now, you actually closed a bear trigger back here, right? It looks like you're going to be closing this in about 15 minutes. I would probably take this short on open again, but I don't want to though, right? Because it's earnings is today. It can do sporadic moves. I would not trade anything on Tesla unless you're actually trading back at this like 207, 207, 204. Look for longs, very simple, and anything 229 and like 235. Look for shorts basically, right? You really only have you really only have like this range here, really. This is the range that you should be looking for right now, especially with that widening channel like that. You should not be looking to take any trades unless you're at the bottom range of, like I said, 204 or 207. Look for potential longs, possibly even lower than that when it's hitting this trend. Or if you actually jump back up to this like 229, 234, 233 level, I'd look for shorts, right? That's just if you want to trade this like intraday. Again, don't recommend it because we can definitely break out of this and run back to 250 if Tesla's earnings are really good. And again, we already had that surprise from Netflix yesterday that they got 2.5 million subs instead of the expected 1 million. So tech doesn't look like it's doing as bad as everybody thought that it would. So that's why in Tesla's case, I would not be surprised to see it drop back to 207, right? Especially because you created that lower low here on the bottom end, and you have this widening channel. So again, you can expect sporadic moves like this. You can drop down to 197, and then 2 days later you could be at 250 or 237. So my recommendation, probably don't trade Tesla. Don't look for Tesla trades, especially not on earnings day, and especially because the IV is probably already sky high. Stay out of it if you really want to do something. Again, this is your own, this is your own, if you want to do something, cool. But again, that's like on your own merit. It's on your own merit and stuff. 207, 204 longs, anything above 229 to like 235, you're shorting the crap out of Tesla today, right? Personally, I think it's going back to 207 just because we're going to be closing a bear trigger, a perfect entry on the 12-minute, and you actually do see the NASDAQ and SPX starting to drop, right? They both, not the NASDAQ, not yet, but SPX actually did break its trend, right? Did break its trend, broke relative lows here. I think it's going back to 365 sometime today, tomorrow. You might actually see that drop pretty hard. I'm already in shorts for the SPX. Probably going to add more. But again, Momentum down to the bear side. I would not be surprised to see 207, but you can take this all the way down. Just be extremely careful. But really, what you're looking for is you're looking for longs down here, shorts up here. Stay away from Tesla today. There's no point in trading Tesla. If earnings can change absolutely everything, right? On the weekly, you're still pretty bearish. Again, I don't like being bullish. I don't like being bullish unless we break like major trends. So Tesla, I mean, if it breaks like 325, 326, then that's the only case that I'll be bullish. But again, if we do have a bullish weekly close, I am longing the F out of Tesla, and I'll tell you guys that right now. You can actually make a small minor trend here, right? So I would not be surprised if Tesla eventually goes back to something like 281, right? Again, just that we close like a bullish week or something. Not be surprised. And that can probably happen sometime maybe next week, right? So the week of October 24th or the last week of October. And that's when we can probably close a bullish week. And SPX closing a bullish week will probably add to that, or the NASDAQ closing a bullish week will probably call a relative bottom, right? And essentially what you already have here is you already have a triple touch on Tesla. And a lot of people usually say, oh, well, you have a triple bottom, this and this and that. You have three touches. People don't understand certain stuff, right? The more you touch a certain area, the higher chance that it has of breaking. So this is your third touch here, right? There's a really strong chance that you touch here and you break to the low side, right? Again, if we close a bullish week above this 207 and we maintain this 207 level for the next week or two until we close a bullish week, again, and we don't break down to like 181, I'm taking this long all the way to the upside as long as we close a bullish week. But again, short term, I think we're going back to 207 on Tesla. Otherwise, don't trade this. It's earnings. Don't do anything with Tesla today. Don't do it. Don't. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.